down I'll be breaking down all the trades I took. So first of all, looking at this, I'll change the time frame to New York time zone because like my time zone is New York. I'm in the New York time zone basically. So usually I don't start trading until 9 a.m. Eastern time, and I have a 2 year called FX Replay. So I'm using FX Replay to go back in time and actually place trades. I don't have the Trading View Premium because I don't see a point in having it. However, I have this one and I feel like this one works better for me because like in case I wanted to backtest, I can just, actually backtest properly without having the candlesticks confuse me. But that being said, I'll go to my New York session because I've already customized it. You can see here it's 8 a.m. and I like trading from 8 a.m. Eastern time zone. So looking at the 8 a.m. Eastern time zone, I before I do anything in a day, this is literally how I trade, guys. Like so before I do anything in a day, we have to look at what the market is doing on the daily time frame. Now, what do we have here? We have the daily time frame currently printing a strong bearish candle. Now, what do you do with that information? Think to yourself, where is the market going to? The first thing the first thing you think of if you trade Malaysian SNR, or in fact, if you trade any strategy, is that okay, markets could come all the way to these lows here, right? Which is valid, 100% valid. Now, you mark out that your zone. You also mark out a zone above, or you don't need to mark it out, but just know that okay, right now daily is bullish, but right now it's making a retracement. And if you trade Malaysian SNR, actually the way I do my support and resistance is I use each candlestick for my support. So we have a bullish candlestick that formed here. For me, the low of that candlestick is my daily support. It's as simple as that, literally. And now we can see that market is currently breaking that support that we have there, but the daily time frame has not closed. If the daily time frame has not closed and market is currently breaking this, market can easily weak, come all the way down here, weak, and then close all the way up here. It's 100%. It's 100% possible. It's happened so many times. So we can't just say that okay, because right now daily is breaking support, that means that we are going to have sales. No, it's not just. We're not going to do that. So having this area here now, knowing that I'm going to be buying the market and this is my potential buy zone. However, if market starts buying before getting to this zone, I'm going to get into the market. I'm not like one of those traders that wait for days for market to get to my zone before I buy. Nope, I react. So on the 1 hour time frame, we see what the market is doing here. So like I said, for me, each candle print is support and resistance. And look at where this candle is reacting from. All the way here. We can see where the market is reacting from. This is a 1 hour candle, right? And then it printed this because it's a bullish candle. This candle printed support, and this is the support. Look at exactly where the market reacted. Now, price has reacted off of my H1 support zone. Now it's time for entries. If I'm taking my entries, this is my first take profit point for sure, because remember, this is my H1 resistance, because this is a bearish candle and each bearish candle prints resistance, each bullish candle prints support. Know this and know peace, and never confuse support and resistance ever again. Let me make sure I'm still recording, because one time I was recording and yabbing, and then I realized my video was not recording. Okay, looks like I'm still recording. Now I'll go back to my FX replay. Now on my H1 time frame, if I've determined or if I've gotten the reaction I need, that means that okay, market could be ready to buy. Now I go on my 5 minute time frame and start looking for the same thing, literally the same thing. I'm waiting for market to break a resistance. And mind you, each bearish candle prints resistance, and we need that to be broken, right? Now this candle just printed resistance, and before the H1 candle that is currently, this is the H1 candle. Now before this candle closes, I expect to see that break of structure on my 5 minute time frame. However, if the 1 hour time frame if the 1 hour candle closes, as you can see here, we are still 4 minutes in. If the 1 hour candle closes before I get a valid break of structure, then I look for the next setup. But right now I'm just waiting for a break, and now we have a break of structure. Now the next thing I do is simple. Now this is where I get messed up sometimes, because either price knocks me out and heads to my direction, or I get market leaves me running. So usually I use 50% of like the candle that broke structure, and then I take my profits. Like, taking my profits is very subjective. I don't have a particular way of taking my profit. Sometimes, like when I'm satisfied with my profit, I just like close the trade. But like, by right, this should be your first profit target. However, this is a resistance zone on the 5 minutes. This is another resistance. This is another resistance. So there are multiple roadblocks. So what you can easily do is you can just like, don't get greedy. Take your profit here, or you can leave your profit here. It depends. But you can take partials, right? You can have your main profits here, and then you can take partials when markets get here, and also get here, all these zones. Anyways, I don't remember if this one actually hits take profits, because um I don't remember if I won this trade or not, but I took it, and seems like I lost it. And just like that, because usually once I take one L for the day, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not looking at the market again, because at that point you're just setting yourself up for making emotional decisions. But for the sake of backtesting, let me see if we had another break of structure. And you can see here that market, before this 1 hour candle closed, actually it just closed, and it closed by breaking this resistance here, right? And taking 50% of this candle, and then entering at this area. Let me see if this would have played out as well. So it seems like the market, it triggered us. And now once you are tapped into the market, now this is where you have to be very careful, because now look at this. This is a zone, right? Market can easily reverse from this zone, so you have to keep in mind that this zone is very important. And you also have to like make sure that you're watching, right? Let's see what happened. See, market got to that zone, not quite actually. It almost got to that zone, but not really. See, it almost got to that zone. So you don't necessarily have to wait for market to get to that like resistance zone to take. If you see market is wicking around your area, my guy, take out your profit, because like with this Malaysian SNR, if like market is doing this and you're still like being emotional, hanging on to your bias, you're going to be so messed up. So it's better to just take out your profits. You know what I mean? Or like move to BE at least. If you see market doing this, like just move to BE and just have peace of mind. At the end of the day, if you don't take trading too seriously, and if you just like have fun with it, you notice that like you won't really put your mind to whether you win a trade or not. And that's why I highly suggest having something you do on the side. I don't encourage trading full time at all if you're still struggling to be profitable. Even if you're profitable, you're going to have some bad months, and you need to be strong, really strong mentally, to be able to get through those months. But anyways, I went to the next New York session because I was done for that previous day. Then this is going to be a long video. I apologize, but it's going to be so valuable. Now look at what happened here. Our daily time frame, the support has been broken. Like market has closed below this zone. So now I'm looking for sales. Now on the H1 time frame, guess what I'm looking for? Can you guess what I am looking for? I'm exactly looking for a reaction of a resistance zone, and we can see this resistance zone here. Market is actually markets broke out of this resistance here. If you can see, yeah, this candle broke out of it. So this would have been my next resistance. If you don't understand like why I'm marking out these levels, I'll make a detailed video later on why I use these levels, because this used to be support, right? This candle is a bullish candle and it printed support. Now what happens when market breaks out of it? Market broke out of it and now it acted as is now acting as resistance, and is not fresh. You know why? When markets broke out of it, here I'll notate, I'll brush it. So when market broke down, right? Let me use a different color. I'll use red. Now when market broke out, it retested, You can see this retest here, and now they kept on selling. Now coming back to this zone, this is no longer fresh because market has already reacted from that zone. So I'll look for a different reaction. Now I'll keep playing the 1 hour time frame. We can see that market. Let's see what the next candle does. It's still very bullish. Okay, we need a reaction, and now we have a reaction. We have a reaction from this zone right here. Go back to the daily. We are looking for sales, right? On the H1, this happened. Now what am I doing? I'm looking for sales on the 5 minutes, targeting these areas here. It's as simple as that. And then on the 5 minutes, literally the same thing. Wait for support to be created. Now this support has been created because it's a bullish candle, and remember, each bullish candle creates support. Now if this support gets breaking, it's broken out of. Now what do you do next? You simply wait for 50% of this candle to be triggered out, to be tapped in, and when you have that, you can take your profits right around here. Or because since the market is already very 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 bearish, you can also like target lower areas. Like, I'm not going to teach you guys how to manage your trade, it's all up to you, but I'm just going to show you guys what I do and how I enter the market. And I got knocked out of this trade as well, and I don't remember what I did here. I think I went to the next day because I was like, another L. I just went to the next day because I didn't want to think about it too much. And then on the next day, we have the same thing, right? Market created this zone here. Market created this zone here, right? This is a zone for me, and this is the resistance zone. Now bullish candle came. Mind you, it did not close above. We did not. If we had a close above this, why can't I draw? If I had a close above this zone here, then I'll be bullish, but we didn't have that closure. So I'm still bearish. And now on the H1 time frame, I was still looking for my reaction. Now mind you, this is exactly the trades I took from last week. So like, now I've had 2 losses, right? Let me even write it down here to remind myself. I think I had 2 losses for that week, and now I'm waiting for a reaction, and I had this reaction here. You can see, did it get the, actually, yeah, we had this reaction here, but I don't know if I like it. I don't remember if I actually took this. No, I did not take it. So I was still waiting for a reaction, and now we have one. We have a reaction, and guys, see exactly where it's reacting from. It's reacting from here. Now what does that tell me? That tells me that I am still looking for sales. Like, I'm not going to be deceived by micro market movement. So right now I'm waiting for a support to be created, and then that support needs to be broken out of. A support has been created, another support. We can see multiple support has been created. Now we need to wait for a break before the 5 minutes H1 candle closes, and there was no break. And if I go back to my H1, this is what is happening. So I go to the next candle, and in the next candle I saw this happening, and it wasn't really reacting off of any zone for me, so I just left it and I kept on waiting and waiting. It's a lot of waiting when you trade when you trade this system. And then market finally did this, but it was already 5 p.m. But I did not care because I was like, 5 p.m. I think I can still take this trade. So I was waiting for market to print support and break out of that support before the H1 candle closed. And before the H1 candle closed, this was happening. I remember this was happening, and I don't remember if I took. I don't think I took this trade actually. I don't think I took it because this would have been the trade idea. Like, I would have entered off of here and had my TPs just below, you know what I mean? So I don't think I took this trade, or maybe I did. I don't remember, but let me see if it plays out. And it did not. Then if it did not play out, I probably didn't take it because look at the time, it was already 7. So going to the next day, I didn't have any trade on Wednesday, but on Thursday I knew the market was still bearish. Market was just playing games with me because I know you're bearish. Why are you not sinking? Like, you've refused to break out of these resistances. Like, why are you being shy? Just go down for me. Then I was waiting. Actually, sorry, I didn't put you guys on. So, we had this reaction here, right? And we had this reaction here, and now on this, I'm waiting for break of support before this H1 candle closed, and now I can see there was a break of support here. It's very tiny, but this is a valid break for me. So what do? I enter. Sometimes I even like take these areas, right, as my sell areas. But for now, I'll just be showing you guys, like, not to confuse you guys, another entry, and let's see if this one played out. Then we got triggered in the trade. I remember this trade actually. I got triggered and I moved to. Did I move to BE? I don't remember. Yes, yes, I didn't move to BE. This was a trade. I think it was a 1:5 because this was where I took my profits. It was a 1:5, so I must have entered around here. Then I must have entered around here because I remember the trade being a 1:5, and I took my profits around here. Perfect. This was the trade. So I took this trade on Thursday. So somehow I was able to recover from the two losses, and for the week I was already 3% up. So I was like, you know what, I'm done for the day. Let me not push it. So I went to the next day, which was, I think Friday was NFP, right? So NFP was tricky because knowing that, okay, market is bearish, market is 100% bearish, then market has refused to break these highs. So NFP was very complicated because markets could easily take these highs and then start coming lower to these levels. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. I thought market was going to take those highs and come back to that daily level. So I was waiting because I already knew market was bearish. So I was waiting for this, and this happened. Market was reacting off of my zone, and I went to the 5 minutes and I kept on. I was waiting for my setup, and this happened. I think this happened, right? This was the setup I had. Then did I take the trade here? Yep. So this was the setup I had, right? Then support was created. You can see the support, and markets broke that support. But because it was NFP, I really didn't know if I wanted to take this trade or not. But this was my entry, and I was very iffy, very, very iffy about the trade. And knowing that this is NFP, like, markets could come all the way down to these daily levels here. So what I did was I was risking 0.1% per trade. Did I risk? Was it 0.1? No, I was risking 0. Yeah, I risked 0.1% in this trade. Like, I only risked $100 of my. I traded profit from my account. So I was like, let me just try an experiment to see what will happen here. So then this happened. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I panicked and I took my trade. I took my profits immediately after this 5 minutes closure. Because I'm like, well, market really get here. Then I think he eventually got to that level. Then knowing that this is NFP, and what happens after NFP? NFP, after a strong sell, there's usually a retracement. And looking at this daily level, right? Looking at this daily level, going to my H1 time frame, I saw a reaction. No, yeah, I saw a reaction around 30 minutes time frame, and I think when I saw this reaction, I took buys from here as well, targeting these zones above. So those were my buys. So knowing that NFP always has a retracement, I had that trade set up and it hit profit as well. So this was where I actually made money from these buys. This sell, I was just being a chicken, and I don't know, I just only made 1%, and the trade was a 1:18. So I wish I had left the trade running. But anyways, knowing that happened, I made some money off of this trade here, and then that was my Friday. And then on Monday, which was yesterday, because I'm recording this video on a Tuesday, on Monday, I don't think I had any trade set up, but let me go to Monday. So on Monday, I had market doing this. Market has still refused. Market refused to break these areas here. So why on earth am I still? I'm not buying. Like, I know there is a reaction from this zone here A lot of Malaysian SNR traders are going to look at this reaction and start buying. But for me to buy, for me to be buying confidently, I need to see a resistance break. This resistance, they are still holding tight. So why? Like, they are resisting price from going up. Even if market breaks this level, right? As long as daily has not closed above, I am not buying. I need to see daily close above this zone, else I'm not buying. So on this day, I came in. I was looking for sales as well, which is what I've been doing since last week. Then I saw this. I got so mad because I had missed the setup I wanted to take, but market was clearly reacting off of these levels here. So on my M5 time frame, I started looking for new supports to be formed and got broken out of. Then this happened. The moment this happened, this was my bread and butter because like this is my setup, guys. Like support, break support, what to do, take 50% of that candle, enter off of this candle here, and just take your profits on this level here. 1:4. It's not that hard, guys. And did I get activated? I got tapped in. Yes, I remember getting tapped in. I was so happy. Then here I got nervous around here. Should I close or move to BE? Then it was at this point I moved to BE. I remember moving to BE here, and market was coming up. I was like, damn, I should have taken my profit here. And even I've been trading for 4 years, and I still sometimes get emotional about trades. And I eventually came down to hit TP. I think I eventually manually closed. Or I think no, I don't think I closed because I closed my laptop. I'm like, anything that'll happen, let it happen. I didn't care anymore because I was already on BE and I already made like a lot of money last week. So this happened, and then that was the trade. And I think that was it. And then for today, I don't know if this would let me see today. For today, I'll have to go back to my trading view to show you guys today's price action. So today was actually fairly easy as well. Knowing that daily had been bearish, it was so simple to just continue selling, right? So I like when it came to my time to trade, New York time zone actually, not Toronto. So I saw this market reacting off of this zone. What zone was it reacting from? Actually, it was not really reacting from any zone. This was an impulsive sell. On my 2 hour time frame, there was a zone here, right? So you can see the support becomes resistance. And I could have sold from here, but I was so like, I was waiting for my confirmation because I didn't want to jump into the market. Then when I saw this, right, this candle here, at the end of this candle ended at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So when the candle closed at 9 a.m. Eastern time, which was here, this was what happened at the candle closure. So after the candle closed, what do I need to do for? I need to wait for new support on the M5 to be formed and broken out of before the 1 hour candle closed. So I kept on watching, and I saw the support created at 9:45. This support got created and then broken out of. So once I saw that break of support and it was the right time, I took 50% of the candle and I put my stop loss right around there. And where was my TP for this? My TP was right here. So my TP was around here. You can see where my TP was there, right? Was that my TP? Yeah, that was my TP. And I kind of regretted, no, that was not my TP. That was not my TP. I had the 1:2. No, this was my TP actually. Then I think my entry must have been earlier then. But I remember making like 2.5%. Oh well, this was the trade I took, and I got tapped in, and the rest was history because if I had held, man, crazy profits. But I stuck with my trade management and got a trade out of this. Now, what am I looking for the rest of the week? Now, in the rest of the week, the daily has just closed, and we can see the daily is still pushing strong, breaking new supports. And now we can have a retracement. Don't get me wrong, we can have a retracement on this candle to come and test all these resistances. It can definitely happen. But because like by the time I start, this is where I like trading New York session, because by New York session the retracements might have already happened. So New York session tomorrow, I'll still keep looking for sales, and the sales are going to be like targeting lower areas as well. But anyways, this video has been going on for too long, and I hope you guys really like found value in this video. If anything confuses you, do not hesitate to comment and ask me your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Also, if this is your first time here, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and see you guys on the next one.